Today I'm going to show you what I hope is a solution to a problem I've been having with Grandpa's Jeep. When I'm out on the rocks, rock crawling around, especially the red rocks in Utah where sometimes the spaces are narrow or tight, I can occasionally scrape the side of the body of my Jeep on a wall. For example, this is the beginning of the Fallen Trail in Sand Hollow, Sand Mountain area near Hurricane, Utah. And it gets real narrow here, and there's one spot where if you're driving it right, you put your tire up on this step to the left, and you just stay driving up there off camber. But I slide off right here and hit my gas cap.
Lost your gas cap.
Flies off, fuel flies out. It's no good. Here's another example. This is the Stillbender Trail in Moab, the wall obstacle. Gas cap off, gas all over.
Stand, stop.
Another project that I'm working on is this gas cap sticks out past the body, and every time you can see I do scrape on a rock from time to time on this side of this body, and it will hit this cap and spin it off, and then I'll spill fuel, which I don't like spilling fuel for the environment and for me losing expensive fuel. So I'm going to try and figure out some way to make this not stick out quite as much. I considered trying to put like an MB fuel tank filler kind of thing under the seat and turning this into a dummy, and that may be what we end up doing. But for right now, I think what we're going to do is pull this tank out and try and shorten the neck down a little bit, and that maybe that will save a few bangs on the gas cap. I don't know. We're going to try it anyway. Okay, I pushed the Jeep outside because if I spill fuel all over, I don't want it inside the garage. I can clean it up out here on the driveway a lot easier. I do have this drain pan here. I siphoned most of the gas out of the tank, but there's always some you can't get out. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the fuel line off here and get that done so I can get the fuel tank out. Extra fuel draining out into the drain pan. I don't know if I'll be able to use it for anything but burning weeds or something, but anyway, I'll let that drain. In the meantime, I'm gonna go pull the tire off, or maybe I'll work on getting the seat out so I can get the fuel tank out. Fuel tank's out. So the gunk you find under a flat fender fuel tank, they like to collect stuff. Want to cut it off to about right there, I think. We'll see how we do. Okay, so we're trying to figure out how to keep the gas cap from hitting the walls when I'm crawling on a tight spot. The wall always hits this and spins the cap off, then I dump fuel. So what we've done is Dave's taken and cut an inch out of the filler neck. Okay, cut an inch out of it. Now he's cleaned it up. We're going to try and he's going to try and weld it back on here to make it shorter. So that's where we're at right now. Another thing we're trying to fix here is a little fuel leak. You can see where fuel's seeping out around the gasket on the sending unit. Well, it also was seeping out around this little tab, this little bracket that the tie down is attached to. So we're going to put a little bit of that two-part epoxy clay stuff in here and try and block it off. I've cleaned this up with a wire wheel, and hopefully I'll be able to stick on there good. I probably should tell you that this is Dave Delight, and we're in his shop. He has a Jeep restoration shop called Quick Draw Jeep Restorations. I work there for him part-time once in a while, and he helps me out on some stuff. And he's getting the neck welded back on for me. Originally, I narrated this while I was filming it, but we had the radio playing in the background, so I had to shut off the sound and overdub it. We patched around that little tab and around the filler neck with some of that two-part epoxy tank repair clay. It's drying down now, and I'll get it sanded up and painted a little bit later. So since I had the gas tank out to fix that neck, I went ahead and cleaned up this floor. I replaced it a few years ago, but it's gotten wrinkly and crunchy over the years. I went ahead and buffed it up and just threw some paint on it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just did this spot under the gas tank. And then you can buy those, canvas strips. I think I might even have one here somewhere to go under the tank. But I decided to kind of anti-squeak things. I just had some old inner tube. Since I don't care that much how things look, I just want them to work. I cut some strips out of the inner tubes, and I'm going to put those under the tank. We'll see how it fits. Okay, I got the fuel tank all painted up. Here's where we put the patchy stuff on there. And then I just painted it up just because that's what you do, right? The neck just barely sticks out down here, and it doesn't stick out very much at all, especially right now I don't have anything tied down. The issue I'm going to have is I have a new one of these grommets, and this little lip sticks out this way. What I'm wondering is if I got a new grommet, I'm going to try and make the lip go down like I have it on this side. I have it down on this side going in, but this one's torn, so I don't know if I can make it all go in. I may have to trim it some, so that's where I'm at now. Got the new grommet in. When I stick that fuel neck through here, it's going to push that out, so I'm trying to figure out a way to make it go back. I'm just going to see if I can push it down with the screwdriver or something. We'll see how it works. Okay, I managed to get my grommet lip. I pushed it in with this screwdriver, so it's an innie now instead of an outie. And I don't think I explained the reason why I needed to do that was this cap. If that rubber lip is up there, it won't allow this cap to go on. So now I can get the fuel cap on, and it's just about flush with the edge of the body. So hopefully I won't get so many body slams now. I still got to put the straps down. I have a return line on this, so that can help with the vapor lock issues and stuff, so it keeps cool fuel coming out of the tank and into the carburetor and the fuel lines. I broke the sender, had it hanging like this. I walked past it, broke the stupid little float arm off, so I had to get a new sender. So I'll get that installed and strapped down, then I'll be done with this gas tank project. Seats back in, tank's in tight, all the connections are made. Got this cap on, and it still sticks out just a tiny bit, but I think that's going to save me a lot of grief of hitting on rocks and stuff, where you can see these scrapes here that I hit on sometimes. So hopefully that'll be good. Now if I can just figure out where I left this piece right here, I can get back to driving this thing. Thanks for watching.